Hey guys, this is Takeify. So today I'm doing something a bit different, but I hope you guys enjoy it. So recently I've been working on a project which is probably scrapped. I don't know. You may see it, you may not. It really depends. But it won't be in the original idea. So the project really got me working with gravity-enabled blocks, sand and gravel. And I learned a lot of tips and tricks that I haven't actually seen on YouTube for building with them. So, I think I'm going to start very simple. So the first most simple structure you can build, obviously, is like a wall. I guess you could build a tower that's like one thick, but I think for all intents and purposes, the most simple architectural structure you're going to build is a wall. So gravel does this completely fine, but it doesn't, for example, a spider could climb it. So if you want to create a wall that a spider could climb, you can place a torch and then place this, more gravel on top. However, this doesn't look particularly good. It doesn't necessarily look like an actual support, and it doesn't look like it's freestanding, which creates for a minor architectural discrepancy. So a much better solution is to use a button. The nice thing about a button is, number one, it blends with gravel quite nicely. Oopsies. It blends with gravel quite nicely. And number two, if a block is falling, if it starts on top, the button will hold it up. But if it starts one above, the block will fall right past the button, making it easier for your castle to collapse epically, which is kind of the point of building with gravity-enabled blocks. And that is kind of a basic parapet design. Other cool gravity-enabled blocks that really work nicely are doors. There's no end to how awesome it is that doors can be used in gravity, like they will break if the block under them breaks, because that ensures the castle will go down and the doors will go down with it. You won't have anything floating. So say I want kind of like a jagged edge on the top of my castle to look medievally. I use an anvil, and for example, with gravity-enabled blocks, if I break the bottom block, this entire section of the castle comes down. This creates some quite interesting traps. I think I'll go over that at the end. So next, I will demonstrate how to build a square building. So you wouldn't think that sand would be able to create a flat roof, because sand can't create a flat roof, at least not under normal circumstances, because sand doesn't, you can't build sideways with it. And with this feature, you can't build straight sideways, you have to build like in a pyramid shape, more or less, something like this. But there actually is a way to do a flat roof with gravity-enabled blocks. Yeah. You lose some of the inside space doing it because you end up having to create pillars, which I will demonstrate shortly, after I've got this nice wall set up. So if you want to create an epic castle collapse scene, my advice would be to build the castle out of sand and gravel naturally, and then slightly modify your texture pack and just trade up the wood and stone textures for sand and gravel, or whatever, depending on what you want your fortress to be made of. So here is the walls. So if I want to create a roof, the first step would be to get the freebies. So the freebies would be the ones that I can just put buttons on the wall and put, there you go, and put gravel there. But that's not the whole roof, and there's no real other way to do it without using pillars. And you can design pillars so they're straight at the bottom and then become pyramid shaped. And if you do that, it ensures that there's plenty of space down below. So, for smaller areas, it's probably better just to do a pillar like this and then have two coming off it, because otherwise it will actually be infringing upon the ground space down here, which would be kind of bad. So, completely straight pillars, but they don't give you as much area. But another pillar design, which I'll just demonstrate out here, is you have a much taller pillar, and that way it doesn't infringe on the ground space, and you can actually do a double layer system, where you have the first layer of pillar coming out, and then above that you have the second layer of pillar. And the second layer of pillar obviously gives you a good deal more, like, area for the roof. And you can actually just continue that to to give you, if the pillar is really tall, it can still look good and have a proportionally huge area at the top. So yeah, those are the secrets to building. You can also do a roof where it's like pyramid shaped. That is a lot more time consuming, but you do get the full area on the inside. Lastly, an interesting idea is a trap, which is a building, and it has one point underneath like this, and then around it there are sand, and then so say we have this block, and then it's above lava, and then it spreads out, and this point is actually very far underground, and by the time it gets up to the surface, it's quite a large area with a building on top. Well, say you go in this building, and there's a button you activate, it sends a redstone current. Nice thing about redstone is it gets destroyed with the block it's on, all the way down to a TNT right above here, destroys the keystone block, and the entire castle and everything will go down into the lava. So that is an awesome idea for a trap. I will just cut frame right here, and I will have it finished when I come back. And here, I've set up a little trap, as I said I would, and here we see Steve in his natural habitat. I wonder if he's going to fall for it. Little does he know. Ha ha ha! Here, I'm going to cue an instant replay of that. I achieved this trap with a very, very simple pillar system. I will now show you. Oh, wait. What? Well, that's better. So, we have this. Underground, there is a TNT not connected to the lava. And there's redstone connected up to this wire box right here. And it goes all the way down. When the TNT goes off, the pillar that goes way out below the lava gets exploded. And as I will now demonstrate, there's no longer anything holding any of these blocks up, and the whole construct falls into the lava. Now, theoretically, the TNT will destroy most of the middle pillar, say 5 to 6 blocks. That way there won't be anything left remaining above the lava, creating this, which is obviously what you saw in video. I hope that many sand traps are made or something. Or at least you guys have fun with this idea of mine. And yep, there's a redstone spiral staircase. Awesome. Thanks for watching, and as always, like, subscribe, comment, or don't.